You are listening to Ayomide, where complex idea becomes simple. The pain of heartbreak is not a metaphor. It is not poetry. It is not weakness. Here's something most people have never been taught. The same region of the brain that processes physical pain processes rejection. Your brain genuinely cannot tell the difference between a broken bone and a broken heart. And when you understand that, everything about why heartbreak is so hard to get over finally makes sense. Let me take you back to 2011. A team of researchers at Columbia University conducted a study. They took people who had recently gone through a painful breakup and they put them in a brain scanner. Then they did two things. First, they showed each person a photo of their ex. Second, they held a hot probe against each person's arm. Not enough to burn, just enough to cause real physical pain. And what they found stopped the scientific community in its tracks. The same region of the brain leaped up for both experiences. The social pain of seeing the ex and the physical pain of the hot probe is identical, not similar, identical. Now think about what that actually means. When someone tells you just to get over heartbreak, they are essentially telling you just to get over a broken leg. The pain is that real. The brain is that serious about it. But why? Why would the brain treat social rejection the same as physical injury? To answer that, we need to go back to a very long time. For most of human history, being separated from your social group meant death. No shelter, no food, no protection from predators. A human being alone was a human being in danger. So the brain evolved a system that treated social connection as a survival need, as fundamental as food and water. And when a connection was lost, the brain treated it as a threat to survival. That is why heartbreaks hurt. Not because you are weak, but because your brain is doing exactly what it was designed to do. It is sounding the alarm. But there's more to this story. And this is the part that explains why heartbreak is so difficult to simply move on from. Researchers found that the brain responds to a lost relationship in a way that is remarkably similar to addiction withdrawal. When you are in a close relationship, your brain releases dopamine. The chemical released by food, by warmth, by everything the brain considers essential. Over time, your brain begins to expel that dopamine. It builds systems around it. It learns to anticipate it. The person becomes neurologically something your brain needs. And when they are gone, the dopamine stops. And your brain enters withdrawal. Think about what withdrawal actually feels like. Restlessness, inability to focus, an almost compulsive urge to make contact, replaying memories, looking for any trace of the person. That is not weakness. That is the brain in withdrawal from something it had learned to depend on. Therefore, healing from heartbreak is not a matter of willpower. It is a matter of biology. Your brain needs time to rebuild its dopamine pathway around a new reality, to learn slowly, repeatedly, through lived experience that it can survive without what it lost. That process cannot be rushed. It cannot be taught away. It cannot be skipped. There's one more thing worth understanding. Heartbreak does not hurt. It impairs. Research has shown that people going through heartbreak experience measurable cognitive decline. Their ability to concentrate drops. Their decision making is impaired. Their memory is affected. This is why you cannot think clearly when you are heartbroken. This is why the simplest tasks feel overwhelming. This is why you keep making decisions you later regret. Your brain is not functioning at full capacity. It is managing a crisis. And managing a crisis takes everything it has. Now let me tell you something about the person going through an outbreak. They are not dramatic. They are not weak. They are not overreacting. They are experiencing something that neuroscience has confirmed is one of the most genuinely painful things a human brain can go through. And the fact that nobody can see the injury does not make it any less real. The next time someone tells you just to get over it, remember this: your brain was never overreacting. It was doing exactly what it was designed to do. It lost something it had learned to need, and it is trying in its only way it knows, like how do I said it? It is in the only way it knows how to survive that loss. Give it the time it is asking for. Because healing was never about being strong enough to stop feeling. It was always about being patient enough to let the feeling pass. This is episode 9 of Ayomide, where complex ideas become simple. If this explains something you have been carrying without the words for it, that is exactly why this channel exists. Subscribe right now if you have not already. Every week, one complex idea is explained simply, honestly, without agenda. The next episode is already being built. I will see you next week.